happy sweet 16th birthday. Shall we recall what has passed us? Well, let's get on. Caprisa 2013 was the first time I supported schools other than College of St. John Rojas, namely St. Mary's Academy of Capiz, St. Anthony College of Rojas City, and Colegio de la Purísima Concepcion. This was due to some of my family members being alumni of that school. Of those schools. Also, that Caprisa 2013 was the first time I worked as a first aider of the Red Cross. It was of course a time of hard work, fun, and risk-taking as just to save lives. Your school had the most number of caring people for me, and even the nuns of that school, namely Sister Maria Violeta Juanico and Sister Maria Rachel Emilia, are also commending me for my Red Cross habits and risk-taking habits. But they just tell me to quit it and stay safe by cheering with the Marians. On the 4th of October 2013, St. Mary's has won the basketball championships with additional support from me. After getting my laptop from my classmate, June Daliba, I gathered back into the Capiz Gymnasium for the tertiary game between Colegio de la Purísima Concepcion and Hercor College. Also, Sister Maria Violeta Juanico, who was your principal at the time, remained while some of the Marians left and some have stayed to watch the game. I was given a 15-minute break for ice cream and water. As soon as I made my purchase and started with ice cream, I saw this girl, this charming young girl, who was walking towards me with another girl. The charming girl was you. And your friendliness even added to your beauty. You asked me some questions, and after that Q&A portion, you asked me for a photo opportunity. Well, that friend of yours took our pictures. Sean Banyan, who borrowed my camera while I was eating ice cream, also took our pictures too. And I noticed your name there, Galve, but I didn't know you until like 2014. After the basketball game, I signed off from the first aid and I was allowed to leave. I thanked my first aid comrades, and also Purísima offered me to play drums with them for their tertiary volleyball championships. It's also between the same schools, Purísima and Hercor. A week later, I left for Oman for a visa renewal for 2 weeks. I could still not remember you, although I remember that interview of ours. Well, that was when I started to write that book, which I'm still writing now, which chronicles my life being with the Marians, even though I'm a Lasallian. In the business class cabin of my flight from Manila to Abu Dhabi, which is the second leg of my journey to Oman, I was writing the novel during the whole flight, occasionally taking naps. And that was also a busy time for me because I was filming a travel video, and of course you are regularly greeted there since 2013. During my whole stay in Oman, I spoke to my mom and dad about my adventures with the Marians, and I also showed our picture to my parents. They were just glad to see who you are, and they think that you must be very friendly. For the whole stay in Oman, I wrote that book. And until now, I'm still adding more chapters because there's still more adventures with the Marians that should come. It was only in 2014 that I learned who you are, because I saw the pictures of Grisha Denise Pugna Vigo about Caprisa 2013 when I searched for pictures to be put in my book.
You're too drunk to say my name.
Smack Family Day came and we met again. After I showed all those Marians a lot of those funny videos like the Calle de Edgar, the funny Arabs, that slingshot fat kid, and more. I also remember that you revealed that you're from San Bernardino, California, and that I also revealed that I was near you because we live in Moreno Valley. We're neighbors, right? When I returned to California from my visit to Arizona, after everywhere visiting America like Hollywood and everything, on the journey back home, I revealed about you to my mother and my father. They saw your picture. Oh, by the way, after the CF Chipia 2014 event, the next day, I watched She's Dating the Gangster. I met you and your classmates today. I remember I gave you a hug when we met near the cinema, and one of your classmates was just like, "Kami mo nga ulit si Glynese," then I was saying, I did it already. When Caprisa 2014 came, I did the same thing I have done during Caprisa 2013. Supporting other schools aside from the South as a sign of respect and first aid. We met again. I spoke with your sister, Trizia, about everything music such as that rock band Kiss, wherein I have devised my own character if I were to join them, which is the Japanese Spitz. I mean, during one football match, we also spoke about having our music lessons in Capi School of Music, wherein Miss Roldan was her piano teacher. Miss Sheikh Roldan, who is her granddaughter, is my vocal and a bit of piano teacher because I was also relearning piano for some song that I could sing during a wedding. Also, on one of those days, I posted a photo of us both and Kirby retweeted it. He just wrote like, boyfriend mode. I just appreciate it. I know it must be kind of a good joke. It's nice, but of course we're really friends. We met again during the Viva Cristo Rey, or Hail Christ the King feast. And you were one of the many Marians whom I met there, aside from Leslie, Daniel June, Honey Love Yap, and Kayla Acuna. You were one of the many Marians who greeted me on my 19th birthday, December 9, 2014, the last year of being a teenager. We met on February 25, 2015, which is the 29th anniversary of EDSA 1986. That was after my class had a recollection in the Sister Service at the Port. That was also the same day we watched Crazy Beautiful You, the new Catholic male movie that time. You met me with my classmates when we were having lunch in Jollibee. I can still remember that because it's always before we watch movies, we really had to have lunch so we can have energy. Family Day 2015, I met your new principal, Sister Cora Agoncillo. Although my stay there was short because that day your Family Day 2015 was held was our Animo Night in the Grand Gazebo. May 3, 2015, we met again, this time to watch the Pacquiao versus Mayweather, the fight of the century in San Antonio Resort. It was the first time I met your family. Your mom, your dad, whom I found out to be very nice. And we spoke about many things, like being from the US, before the battle between Pac-Man and Mr. Money Money. We launched together that time. It was of course the best thing I've ever experienced. Hang out with your family, get to know your mom and your dad. Caprisa 2015 was also the best of the best. Same thing as Caprisa 2013. Lots of first aid work again. And it was also the first time I drummed with St. Mary's. Although the first time I played drums with them was during their Jubilarian Celebration 2015. And also I realized that drumming with St. Mary's was even much more fun than risking my life to save others' lives. And some of the female soccer players I met there were Trixie Bayot and her classmates. They brought me to the Marians on the third day of Caprisa during the soccer between St. John and St. Mary's. I was on first aid again, but that was during a break when I was given like time out first, then I decided to meet you guys. I was just nervous because St. John might find out what I'm doing with you, and then they'll think I'm really the betrayer, and there were Lasalians who appreciate me being with the Marians because they know my reasons for supporting SMAC. They even understand why. which is the reason why my mother, her sisters, and cousins were alumni. And those Lasallians said that if I'm done with St. Mary's, I'll have to just go back to them. Even that applies to if I'm done supporting Purisima or St. Anthony's. I also had this chance to speak with June. We had talks about many things again. I remembered the fourth day of Caprisa 15 was when I was doing then first aid and one of your teachers saw me, this Nathaniel Cachon. He was appreciating me for what I'm doing and just told me, you just have to stay safe. A student gave me one of the drums wherein I could just play the rhythms. They just appreciated me for playing a lot of time. All the time I've been hanging out with you, and some other guys were just like, well, that's him, that's our guy. On the last day of Caprisa 2015, that was the championship between St. Mary's and St. John's Soccer. I hung out most of the time with you, Marians, and you were also watching the match because it was a boys championship. If you Lasallians asked me why I was wearing blue, and I told them that it was my color code for being a Red Cross first aider, as they would call me, first aider blue, get over here, like something like that. And I remember that you were asking me a question why was I supporting two schools where in fact I should only support one. I answered no idea and placed my arm on your knee for rest. I did notice that some Lasallian teachers were taking pictures of me during that event. However, there were those Lasallian teachers who took my picture, but they never minded me because they also defend my reasons of supporting SMAC. Well, it was kind of a long day, and I remembered playing drums again during the day. However, one more thing is that there was an injury that happened during the game. It was a Lasallian player named Sean Daniel, the one who took our first picture. And I rushed to the football field wherein I had to check his vitals as Dr. Pekka administers the first aid. It was kind of hard work. I remember there were some parents who were just screaming at me like, just do it, James, just do it, big James. But there were teachers who commended me. The Marians won championship. The St. John players wanted to shake hands with the Marians for their efforts. The coach of St. John shooed the Lasallian players away. And I was just like, why is this guy shooing them where in fact they want just to be sportsmanship? I just remember yelling one time to the coach the word blowjob giver. There were some teachers in St. Mary's who told me to say, just leave that coach alone, don't yell the word blowjob. After the game, we also had pictures. They took pictures of you and your team. It was of course something that will never be forgotten. I took pictures of the teachers, students, and had pictures with everyone else. And after I left that place, I shared my tricycle ride with Sister Cora to Robinson's to watch a literary musical competition. Later that night, I went to watch the dance competition between all schools. That was the last day of Caprisa. The next day, I'd be watching Felix Cal. Family Day 2016 was another best of the best. Also, I get to meet you that day, aside from meeting the other SMAC students. And I also met some of your teachers again. Also, on that day was also very notorious because aside from singing with some boys from grade 9 while playing guitar and playing drums to some song, I played the Macarena where the Marians were dancing, and as a result, I gained the biggest respect. Your show was The Lion King. I really loved it. The granddaughter of St. John's Discipline Officer, Mrs. Hilda Cruz, Junea Magallanes, who is your classmate, is also part of it. I knew you bagged all the awards. You're the most disciplined and best costumes. And happy 16th birthday, Glynese Galve. Stay always happy, healthy, friendly, pretty, caring, nice, and strong. I thank God really for having a friend like you. It's always fun hanging out with you, talking to you, doing other things. Good to you. God bless you and your family.